Right, be honest with me. How many times have you played an MMO, came back after 6 months, and found out your gear is useless, your rotations are outdated, and the game basically tells you, hey buddy, welcome back, now grind for 200 hours to catch up. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 does not do that. And that is just one of the things it does better than every other MMO on the market today. So let's just talk about why Guild Wars 2 is built differently, why players stay for years, and why some people say it's pulled every other MMO for them. So for the beginning, let's start with the biggest one. There is no gear chasing. And what do I mean with that? In most MMOs, gear is a horror grind. With each update, new patch, new raid, new item, level your previous work becomes trash overnight. In Guild Wars 2, your gear from 2012 can still carry you through the content in the new years in 2025. Exotic gear is enough for basically the entire open world. Ascended gear, your best in slot, stays, and it stays best in slot permanently. You can make it legendary, but that is totally up to each player if they want that. There's no patch that suddenly says, yo, hey adventurer, everything you earned is no garbage and good luck getting the new gear. And the best part about this makes the game so easy to return to. You can take a break for months, come back, and you're not punished for being a human being. It feels respectful, like the game actually values your own time. The next thing I want to talk about is definitely mounts, because every new player will notice it suddenly. Guild Wars 2's mounts aren't just speed boosts, they are movement systems in themselves. For example, Raptor jumps across whole canyons. Springer yeets you up the cliff that you could not get to. The Griffin dives you like a jet and lets you slingshot across the entire zone in a couple of seconds. The Sky Skull basically turns you into a helicopter. And don't even get me started on the roller beetle. That thing is like just illegal levels of fun if there is like plain ground and you can just roll around it. Because most of the games just give you a horse that has just a different skin to it. But Guild Wars 2 gives you an entire parkour toolkit if you think about it. Mounts don't just get you from A to B, they let you play the map. They are part of the world, part of the exploration, and a part of the game's identity in itself. And this actually brings me to the combat. The combat is another like really big one. A lot of MMOs are either just like tap target plus rotation, or action combat that feels like you're trying to break your keyboard in half with pressing all of those buttons. Guild Wars 2 sits right in that sweet spot in my own opinion. You're constantly moving, you're constantly dodging, you're placing ground target skills, you're comboing fields and finishers, you're swapping weapons mid-fight so you get another skill set. The result, combat feels like an action RPG inside of an MMO world. It's reactive, it's visual, and full of little decisions that actually will matter in the end. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you hit that like button, it really helps out the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on the new content that I will put out. I've got a ton of awesome videos coming your way, and you will definitely want to stick around if this is your cup of tea. Also, if you want to hang out with me live, come follow my Twitch channel that I will put in the description and the pinned comment down below. We have got great vibes, fun streams, and an amazing community waiting for you. If you just want to come, you can tap the link. It is up to you. If you don't want to, I have nothing against it. Of course, that is your own decision, but let's jump back straight into the video, and it means a lot to me. You can compare it like this. WoW is very rotation focused, right? You have Final Fantasy XIV, it's very structured and GCD based. ESO is animation cancel heavy. And then Guild Wars 2 says, what if he gave you mobility, reactivity, and depth without forcing you into carpal tunnel? It is one of the few MMOs where open world combat stays fun even after thousands of hours when you're playing it. And now I want to talk about the point where Guild Wars 2 really starts to flex. And that is the open world is no longer just a filler content. It is the actual content. I'm talking about with the maps with the massive meta events that like just feel like a little raid. You join a random players in massive battles that feel dynamic instead of like just some scripted, I don't know, just some little poor managed thing just to make you like feel like you're doing something. But in this world, meta events are actual content in itself. There's no like quest hubs, no like kill the wolf 10 times, you know what? No checklists like that. Guild Wars 2 world treats the player like a hero. It is social and it gives you that feeling of being a part of something bigger without needing a guild or like some scheduled event that you are tied to being there at the exact time. Now I want to talk about the exploration, because I said the map is absolutely amazing. So the exploration in Guild Wars 2 is legitimately just so fun. The game is full of like jumping puzzles, hidden caves, lore objects, vistas, and environmental storytelling. You're rewarded for poking around, not for just killing some random mob that you come across. In other MMOs, often you feel like you're running corridor to corridor, just on autopilot. In Guild Wars 2, climbing a random ruin that seemed cool to you and you want to check it out, how it looks like, it might lead to some jumping puzzle, a boss chest, or even like some hidden achievement that is behind this whole jumping puzzle. It makes the world feel handcrafted instead of just some copy-paste with very little effort put into it. And just listen, let's not pretend. There's another saying to the Guild Wars 2, there's two actual ones that I learned about. One is with the inventory wars and the other one is fashion wars. It is the true end game of this whole game. Guild Wars 2 does cosmetics better than any other MMO, and I actually mean it. You have full wardrobe system, dyes for everything, shed looks across whole characters, no transmog fees, hundreds of different styles you can do. You can make your character look like an armored samurai, a gothic necromancer. The hell, you can make him look like a wizard or like an actual cartoon character like a Hulk. It is extremely accessible compared to games where transmog costs gold or dice cost real world money or appearances are just character locked. Here in Guild Wars 2, you unlock it once and you can use it forever as you wish so. And the most important thing that hooked me to this game, me personally, was that the game actually respects your time and that you have a life outside of the game. You don't need to know life to stay relevant within the game. That is like one of the most important things for me. You can take breaks without losing like progress. You can play casually and still make very meaningful progress. It is that whole purpose of play when you want, do what you want. There's no subscription, no FMO rotations. It is just chill. And in the MMO world, that is very rare nowadays. Every MMO either gets you under subscription or it makes you gear chase. It makes you chase some gear with each update. And the Guild Wars does not do that. So for the outro, what do I have to say? Guild Wars 2 is not a perfect MMO, but I think it does well. It does better than almost anyone else. Horizontal progression, incredible mounts, fluid combat, open world that feels alive, and a sense of freedom that's honestly refreshing. If you agree or if you think there's something I missed, drop it in the comments below. I would really appreciate any feedback I could get from you guys. It would mean a whole world to me. And if you're thinking about trying the game, this is your sign to jump into it right now.